What is good, you guys? It's Lifestyle from LifeStyleDidIt.com, and in today's video we're going to be putting my music theory to the test. I'm just playing, but today I'm going to show you guys a really cool trick I found while in the depths of YouTube searching for videos on learning more piano, and I found a really cool trick that I want to share with you guys. Let's get into it. Alright, so on the screen I'm going to put this up so you guys can follow along with me, and it will kind of make more sense than me just explaining it. But a trick that I found that in major key signatures, meaning D major, C major, things like that, the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord are going to be major chords, and the 2, the 3, and the 6 will always be minor, and the 7 will be diminished, and I'll explain this in a second. So on minor key signatures, the 1, the 4, and the 5 are going to be minor chords. The 3, 6, and 7 are going to be major chords, and then the 2 chord is going to be diminished. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to explain this to you guys I'm actually going to show you all the chords. We're going to just choose a scale. Then I'm going to show you all of the chords that are in it, and I'm going to explain what they mean. But basically, you have 7 chords in a key, right? So in D major, you have 7 chords. So the first chord you play, which is going to be D major, is going to be your 1 chord. Then the next chord you're going to play, which is going to be E minor, is going to be your 2nd chord. So basically, you're going to have right over here, you'll see that D, this is going to be in the major scale. This is going to be a major chord. The D chord is going to be major. Now our next chord, which is E, is going to be a minor chord. Then the next chord, because the 3 is minor as well, and you see right here it's F sharp, that's going to be a minor chord. So knowing this, you can choose a key signature, and then you could know each chord if it's going to be major or minor. And that might be simple for some people, but for me that helped me out so much, because now I know I could just choose one scale and be like, okay, I want to make chords in D major, so I know that the first chord is going to be D major, and then the E is going to be an E minor chord, and then when I go to F sharp, it's going to be a F sharp minor chord. And then I'm going to go back, because the 4 and the 5, like I showed in this little picture diagram that I have up, and it just lets you know if it's going to be a minor or a major chord. That makes it so much easier. So if we are in the key of D major, our first chord is going to be D major. So we're going to start on D, then we're going to go to F sharp, and then we're going to go to A. Now our next chord is going to be E, and it's going to be minor. So if I were to play all of the chords in the D major scale, it will sound like this. And then the last one's going to be diminished. It's going to sound nasty. And then back to D major. And those are our 7 chords. And I literally just played that off the top of my head, knowing this little trick. So if I write this out for you guys to make it a little bit easier, I said that we are in D major, right? So I went ahead and put all of the notes in D major right here in front of you. So from here, you see that I just have over here, if you don't know this trick, in piano roll, go here, go to helpers, go to chord, and then over here you have scales, major or minor, just click it, and then click the note that you want. So we wanted D major, so I made this major, and I clicked on D. So we're going to get rid of this. So you see, obviously D is going to be the first note in this scale. So we're going to put a note on D. Okay? Now we're going to go over here, and I told you that in majors, major key signatures, the 1 chord, meaning the first chord, which is D because it starts with D, is going to be a major chord. So we know that it's going to be D, F sharp, and then A. And it's major, it's a happy chord. Now the next one is our 2 chord. It's our 2nd chord. It's our 2nd note. So E. E is going to be minor. So we're going to go to E, and we're going to make it minor. So literally we're just following this little thing that I have. shown up for you guys that I wrote out. So the 3 chord, the next chord, because we did the first chord, the second chord, the third chord is going to be minor as well. And you see that right here, it's just going to be F sharp. So we're going to go like this. So this is making it a lot easier. Now we know that the 4th chord is going to be a major chord. So the next one up, if you see we had D, then E, F sharp. Right here, it's going to be G. It's going to be a G major chord. So let's go over here and draw this in. Easy, happy chord. We're just sticking with triads to make it easy. And the 5th chord, obviously as you see, is major as well. So G was our last one. Now we're going to go to A, so it's going to be an A major chord. So we're going to go ahead and just type that in. And then our 6 is going to be minor, so we left off on A. The next note is going to be B, so we know it's going to be a B minor, which is going to sound like this. And then we're just going to go plug that in, and you can see all of our notes are fitting in the graph. And then our last one is going to be diminished. And I don't have enough knowledge on diminished chords to really explain to you what it is. But most of the time, you just flatten a note or reduce it by 1 semitone. Instead of it sounding like this, we're going to drop the 5th, which is this D sharp. We're going to drop it down to G. And this gives us that weird diminished vibe. And it doesn't sound good until you resolve it to this. Until you resolve it back to the 1st chord of this key. So if we go over here and just duplicate this and then raise it up an octave, it's the same chord right here, but we already went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did our 7 chords. Now we would start counting an octave up. So we would do this same chord over here, just an octave higher. And I'm going to let you hear how this nasty chord of the diminished resolves itself when we start basically the chord progression over at a higher octave. And then you can hear that it makes it sound normal. So that was just a real cool trick that I wanted to share with you guys that I found a few times on different videos throughout YouTube when I was looking to learn a little bit more music theory, and I thought it was a really cool video to share with you guys. So go ahead and jump back to the beginning of the video and really look at that graph and pay attention to it. Choose a key signature, like let's say you go with A minor. So put all the notes that are in A minor and then follow along with the guide that I showed you, meaning what chord, meaning the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7th chord in that key signature, if they're going to be minor or major, and then just kind of draw them out and you can learn them real quick. And then throughout doing small things like this, you'll learn a lot more about playing the piano and it'll be a bit easier. Maybe you'll just learn 2 keys, like you write in 2 key signatures all the time for your videos, or for your beats, I mean. You write in 2 key signatures for your beats that you really like, you stay in those. If you learn all the chords that are in them and know them and you know that they're major or minor, it's going to help you out a lot and you'll understand a lot more. So if you guys did like this video, leave a thumbs up. You can follow me on all social medias at LifeStyleDidIt. Make sure to leave a comment down below. You can find everything else, my drum kits, all that good stuff, LifeStyleDidIt.com. Other than that, subscribe to your boy, push notifications. Let's get it. Thanks.